Welcome to our channel. We'll be learning how to make this top with a bow tie on it. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell to get notified each time we upload new videos. So let's get right into it. These are the fabric I'm using. I use the raw silk fabric for it. I've drafted out my pattern, then my basic lines, my shoulder, my chest line, my underbust, my waistline and my hip line. The length of this pattern is 22. It's actually supposed to be a crop top, but that's where I want mine to sit. So use your measurement. So now let's get right into it. I'm going to divide my shoulder by 2 and connect it to my nipple pan line. To the that's nipple pan line, that's what it's called. They call it nipple to nipple most times. So now I'm going to put my normal dart, my first dart 0.5, 0.5, and I went up I went up by 1 from the waist, that's the waistline, that the waistline, and I connect it to the dart, then connect to the nipple points. So now I'm going to take my underbust tightening, I'm imputing it there, and I added 0.5 on the other side. The first part I did 1 inch, the other side that's 0.7, the other side is 0.5. So calculate yours and you will get it right. And how to calculate it is after you do your waist measurement, you minus you minus your underbust measurement from your waist measurement. What is left there is how you get it, then you distribute it. So now I'm going to go down by, I went down by 3, which is totally, the total, what I took out was 7 though, yeah. So I connect it to, that's my new chest line. Then I'm going to do my upper bust tightening. I did 1, that's what I do because I'm quite bossy. It gives it a good grip. So I did 1. So now I'm going to blend off. You see what I did? I went in by like 0.2. What this does is it will give, instead of your after sewing, that pointing, that thing that your nipple will be pointing like you're shooting. So that helps eliminate it. So I blend off, and now I'm going to take my measurements. I'll input my bust measurement, my hip measurement, then I'll connect. I went up by, from my chest, my new chest line, I I went up by 0.2. That's like adding a sewing allowance. What that does is when I sew my fabric together, I will not have shortage, if that makes sense. Okay, so now I'm connecting all my measurements. Then we'll go to the back to do the little alterations we're going to do. Then for the sweetheart neck, I didn't do it deep. I went down by 1.5. So please use yours. Use your measurements. Actually, it's not 1.5. I went down by 1 because I don't want it to be revealing that much. So now I'm going to measure from my shoulder to where my new chest line is. What I had there was 5.5. What that is going, we're going to use it later on to get our stripe for the sleeve. So keep that in mind. 5.5. So use yours, calculate your own, take your shoulder from your shoulder slope down to the new chest line, then you record it down because it will be needed. It will help you calculate the right amount you need. So now we're going to the back. I did my back tightening. I did 1 inch because I want it we have our back, the way some person's back is different. Some people their own is quite deep. So I did a full tightening for this one. So now I've marked out my zipper allowance now from that point where I went in. So now I'm taking my measurement from the point I went in. When I removed that went in by 0 point, that's that 1 inch I went in by. That's where I started my new measurement, if that makes sense. So now I'm putting my that line, and I've imputed my that 0.5, and I'm connecting them. So what I will do next is I'm going to do my upper back tightening. My back tightening, which I did 0.2. So that will help my dress sit properly at the back. 0.2, then I'll connect it back like so, and like so. So then I will go down by 1.5 from my chest line, then connect it back to the chest line towards the armhole region. So that's how deep I want it. You can do yours can be deeper depending on what you want. Fashion is what you wear and you feel comfortable. Since I'm wearing it, it's my dress, so that's the result I want for it. So now I'm putting my measurement. I added that allowance that I took, and I added my seam allowance 1.5 for the back. For the front, I didn't add allowance. I will add it when I'm cutting the fabric because there was no extra paper to put in allowance for the front panel because of the underbust tightening and all that we did. So I've added my allowance, and now I'm taking my measurement from the slope to my new chest line. I have 7.5. So 7.5 plus 5.5 is going to give us 13. So my strap that I use for this dress is 13. So if you do it this way, you're going to get the accurate amount of stripes out of you trying, cutting and just eye gauging, cutting and you join and you find that it's loose or it's too tight. So this is just the best way to do it. So now I'm putting in indicating my, now I'm cutting out. I added 0.5 for the middle part. Then for the side seam, I added my sewing allowance. Here, I've actually sewn out. I used the fabric for the facing. So I added interface to all of it because the fabric is a bit light. I wanted to have like some texture, if that makes sense. So this is the bow tie I'm using. I did 17. My shoulder. How to determine your bow tie is you take your shoulder measurement. So if your shoulder measurement, like my shoulder measurement is 7, that means what I will have is 14. But if you want exaggerated one, you're going to add more. You're going to, instead of using, maybe for example, if your shoulder measurement is 8, that's 16. If 16 divided by 2, if you're getting 8, what you have to do is you can make extra, you can make it like 10 or 11 if you want it very exaggerated, but that's what I want. So now showing you what I did for my strap, which I've actually told you is 13, but I measured 14. I'm using 0.5, 0.5 on both sides to sew, and I'll connect it. So you put it from your joining of your chest line, that's the your bust pan line. That's where I, I imputed mine. Then it ends on the other side of it at the back. So I'm going to sew round and notch and top stitch for the upper part. Then when I'm done, now I've stopped stitch it, just trying to show you. So now what I will do is I'm going to turn it over to the other side, give it a good press, turn it over again and stitch the under part of it. And you can add boning to this if you want, but I didn't, I skipped that. So now I'm going to stitch the under part of it and top stitch as well. So now this is what we have, and I ironed it. I gave it a good press and I used my hemming gum to insert inside it so that it will sit. Now I'm going to fix my zipper allowance. Please, if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly do so. Like our channel, subscribe to, and drop your message. Let us know if this video was helpful to you and give us a thumbs up. Now, this is my bow tie. I used lighter to secure the mouth of it because it will be pulling off. So now I'm using my gum to hold it firm. What I would have done was I was supposed to use my candle gum, but I later did. So this is it. This is what we have. It's lovely. If you're going to try this out, let me know. Share your results with us.